Tom yum soup is one of those soups that wake up the whole mouth. It's hot, sour, salty, fragrant, and deeply comforting, and somehow still feels light at the same time. If you get the balance right, this is the kind of dish that people would remember for a long time. Welcome back to Nomadic Treats, where we bring the world into your kitchen. Today, we're heading to Thailand. And as usual, if you want to follow along, all the ingredients are in the description below. Since I'm hosting, I'm making a large batch today. This version uses 4 liters of water, and you can always scale up the amounts or down, depending on how many people you're feeding and how hungry they are. Let's start with the aromatics, because that's really where the character of Tom Yum begins. I've got 8 stalks of lemongrass, 20 makrut lime leaves, a generous handful of galangal cut into strips, 2 Thai chilies, and 10 peeled cloves of garlic. For the lime leaves, there is no need to chop them, just tear them. That helps release their flavor. Now I'm preparing 1 kilo of shrimps, which is about 2.2 pounds. I am removing the heads and the shells, but keeping the tails on. And don't throw away the heads and the shells because they are going into the broth. That's where a lot of the flavors come from. For the lemongrass, I start by tearing off the tough outer layer. Then I like to lightly bruise it with the mallet to help release more flavor. I do the same with the galangal, just a light pounding to open it up a bit. Now I'm bringing 4 liters of water, that's about 17 cups. In go the makrut lime leaves, the galangal, the lemongrass, the shrimp heads and shells, the Thai chili, and cloves of garlic. This is the stage where the broth starts picking up all the fragrance that makes the Tom Yum so distinctive. While the broth is coming up, I'm preparing the vegetables. I'm cutting 3 white onions, and 4 Roma tomatoes into wedges. I want them fairly chunky here. For the mushrooms, I'm using 500 grams, which is about 1.1 pounds. I'm separating the stems from the caps and quartering the caps. I'm also slicing 2 spring onions, and roughly chopping most of 1 large of cilantro, leaving a little bit behind for garnish. As this boils, you may get a bit of foam rising to the top. If that happens, just skim it off. I'm letting this boil for about 10 minutes so the broth really takes on all those flavors. Now I'm taking the pot off the heat and straining the broth through a colander. The shrimp's head and shells have done their job, so those can be discarded. But I'm keeping all the herbs and aromatics. For the lemongrass, I'm cutting it to finger-length pieces before it goes back. Now the broth goes back into the heat. In go all the reserved herbs and aromatics, followed by the mushrooms, the onions, and the tomatoes. Then I'm bringing it back to a boil. While that's happening, I'm getting the limes ready. I'm using the juice of 12 limes, and I've got 1 extra lime that I'm cutting into wedges for serving in case anyone wants a little bit more sharpness in their bowl. I like to roll the limes firmly on the board first so they release as much juice as possible. Now the heat comes down a little. I'm adding the shrimp, followed by 4 teaspoons of sugar, then 8 to 12 tablespoons of fish sauce, depending on the taste. Then in goes the lime juice. This is where the tom yum really becomes tom yum, because now we are building that balance between salty, sour and spicy. I'm only letting this go for another minute or so. You really don't want to overcook the tom yum, especially once the shrimp goes in. The shrimp should be just cooked through, and the mushrooms and onions should be tender, but the soup should still feel fresh and lively. Now I'm stirring in 1 can of evaporated milk, which is 250 grams or about 8.8 ounces. This softens the soup a little bit and gives it the creamy finish without making it heavy. I'm just letting it heat through for about a minute. The evaporated milk changes the balance slightly, so this is usually the moment where I decide whether it needs a bit more lime juice or a bit more fish sauce. You just keep adjusting until it tastes exactly how you want it. Now I'm adding most of the chopped cilantro and giving it one final stir. Then I'm ladling it into bowls and finishing with the remaining cilantro and sliced spring onions, and that's it. Now if you're craving another Thai dish, check out my pad Thai video. I promise you would love it. And if you enjoyed this, let me know what other dishes from around the world you would like to see. And as usual, thank you for watching.
Kimmy, I'm going to put you some rice out.
Okay, you have some rice.
And then
That's
this
what? That's a nice one.
Yeah, I'm going to put your sauce in that. So you can choose to have it on.
I'll put a little bit on it.
This is so good.
Sure?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I'll have one rice with on and one rice without.
Okay, just a little bit.
So we don't have to do two. Are these both the same?